2 weeks gone. 2 weeks have come.
Yeah, well, it only would have been 1 week, but you talked so much crap on that last podcast. You were legally advised to not post it.
Legally advised by our legal department that I don't pay for, pretty much. So, good afternoon. This is Ron.
And this is John, and welcome back to Real Talk Eastern Shore.
So, 2 weeks ago, we had a nice little conversation with our podcast. I went on a rant, probably a good, 35-minute rant?
Yeah.
Sometimes in life, you just can't keep it in. And that's what happened. I didn't keep it in. I let it go, and I just went with it. And I just pretty much lost whatever mentally. I just had enough. In life, we don't realize. And, of course, we have a vehicle starting right next to us.
Of course.
You know what I mean? It just comes. It's just like, bingo, Someone calls the number out, and there you go. It happens. So, needless to say, I had a lot of pent-up anger. Maybe that's the best way to put it.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't, break tables. I didn't break couches or break my face or break anybody's face. I just said what I had to feel or said what I felt. And I was advised by a friend of mine that was not probably the smartest move to do.
Because of what you're planning to do in the future.
Well, not necessarily planning for the future, but more or less as in the thing is you don't drop hints on what you plan on doing.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't drop hints and sound angry when you do something. Because when you do, some people might miscue it as, you're a different type of person than what you really are. They might think that you're, say, bad guy, say, violent, just little things like that, which I'm not. Listen, back in the time, I didn't mind violence. It is what it is, Things are going to happen. But that's not me no more. I'm done with that. I'm done with that shit, man. Like, for real. Like, I'm completely, utterly done. I mean, classic example. I got asked by a friend to go work over to the place in Greensboro.
Right.
The bar. And unfortunately, because I had to work my other job, it didn't work because people were calling out my other job. Did I mind calling out? I did because I didn't want to put someone in a situation where they had to rush to get somebody.
Right.
But at the same time, it was just like, I got to do what's best for me. And I did apologize to him because I felt bad because I put him in a bad situation. But he did have someone there, so thank God.
Mm-hmm.
But needless to say, sometimes, someone talking to you after what you got to say, you realize, your wrongs. And, I realized there was a lot of wrong, but it wasn't really wrong what I said, but sometimes you just have to vent it not in open air and leave it off, social media and stuff like that. So needless to say, thank God it is what it is. We're here in the Mecca of Dover, the Isle of Delmarva.
On a drizzy, foggy day, it looks like.
I know a couple girls like that.
Shaking my head.
Yes. So, no. But, no, seriously, like, so it is kind of like a fog, misty, like, there's still birds out here. Man, there was a lot of birds out here the last couple of days. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe a good, some people say having birds around you is a good omen. Yeah, omen. Which I hope so, and you're trying to burn down the house down here.
Just a little bit.
Just a tad, we're smoking, so we need to, well, your can is smoking. But, so be it. But needless to say, I learned a valuable lesson. Every time in life, we learn things, and some things that, you feel like you can say whatever you want to say. Sometimes it's better left unsaid. There'll be time and place, and it wasn't time and place. No. So,
But I do have the episode saved.
Down the road.
Down the road, we'd be just posting it.
Yeah, that would be that would be a keeper. That would be a keeper. I wasn't really like, I don't think I was over the edge, but you could tell the anger, and that's something that I try not to be. I don't want to be angry. I don't like being angry. And then when I get angry, like, it takes so much to get out of it because I'm just like, F this and F that and, this and that. But I will tell you this. I do have a love for tasty cakes. That's for sure.
Yes, he does.
I do. So, I mean, that just made me smile. I'm out of that realm. We're good. So, getting back. So how was your last 2 weeks, matter of fact?
Not bad. It's been quiet. I've been working on the third floor of my house. I say third floor, but it's really the attic.
Yes, yeah.
But it's fully finished, so it's technically I consider it third floor.
There you go.
Just working on that, working on my setup, and just working. I mean, my life is pretty boring.
It's not really boring because it's called adulting. And adulting sucks. Like, I'm tired of adulting. Like, I really just want to go back and, just be able to have fun again. Like, it's funny. I was watching I can't remember what I was watching on TV, but it was about, young love. It was a little episode. It was not even an episode. It was like a little clip. I can't remember what I was watching, but whatever it was like a movie or something. And like this like 23-year-old and this like 25-year-old, they meet and like they fall in love and they're going out and having fun. And I'm thinking, man, 20 years ago, 25 years ago, wow, time has flew by. I am fucking old. Like, for real. Like, my idea of fun is going in the house, kicking my shoes off, and sitting in the chair. Like, that's my idea of fun now.
Yeah.
Like, you're so worn out mentally, emotionally. And I know, I'm hoping, and I think it will change after a little bit. But if it doesn't, at least I know what I have to expect for the next, like, semi years that I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it's, like I said, it's bad, good and bad. But, it's funny. I just happened to see that. I was like, man, was I like that? Was I always kind of like, and I realized I wasn't. Like, I was just like, come here, bitch. Now, just hold my drink. No, but nah, not no more. But sounds like you had a joyful last 2 weeks. That was boring to death.
And you know what? I didn't mind it.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Because like you said, I like relaxing.
Yes.
I don't have to go out anymore.
No.
It feels like a chore sometimes when I go out.
I went out today. Went to Bob Evans, got something to eat. They're not sponsoring us yet. But, went out there and ate, and then, got the kids some clothes. And I'm just like, man. And the worst part is when you buy stuff and you try to budget it because you don't want to spend money that you don't need to.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes you spend money that you have to.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem is sometimes I get the mixture of the need and want gets mixed up, and I believe though everything's a need, not a want. So that's my biggest problem. Like, I don't know if you ever see me shopping.
No.
So when I go into a store, I know how much I have to spend.
Mm-hmm.
I can sit there, be in a store, say I need, we'll say 7 shirts, 3 dress pants, 4 collar shirts, couple pairs of shoes, some socks. Okay, I can get that done in 3.3 minutes, guarantee. Because I go in and whatever I see, I grab. If I like it, I grab. Before I know it, usually I'm in my realm of what I want to spend or where I can spend. But my problem is, like, I spend no other time to do anything else. Like, I don't even look. Like, it's just like, oh, shirt. Oh, shirt. Oh, I want that one. Yep, I'm taking this one. And I'm just like, and sometimes, I don't know, it's because I calculate it as I go. Like, I'll see a shirt, 27. Okay, it'll be like 26.49, and I'm like 27. And I'll just add it like that. Or I'll put it like, if I get it's like 27.85, I'll be like, oh, it's $30.
Mm.
So, like, I'm always trying to be above. So when I spend my money, I'm like, I saved $62 on my math. Yeah. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, really, I didn't. You know what I mean? So, like, that's the only bad part about that. I'm a impulsive buyer. If I see it, I want it, I get it. Plain and simple. No questions asked. I'll worry about the ramifications later. Unfortunately, sometimes that's not the best way to be. And I've learned that as time progressed. Because I spent, what was it that one day? I think we were Under Armour. I think I spent $1,100 and Under Armour, just grabbing shit.
Sounds like you bought 3 shirts.
It was close,
I'm just
man.
kidding, Under Armour.
It was close. Under Armour is expensive, man.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
for real, like Under Armour and Nike and stuff. Because I only try to buy stuff like that. I guess because I never had it when I was younger, and it wasn't like the Under Armour. It was just I never had brand names.
Right, right.
And when you're in school as a kid, nowadays, even nowadays, if you don't have brand names, you get made fun of. You know what I mean? They literally make fun of you. If you got Bobos, they're gonna tell you. You know what I mean? What'd you do? You get that shirt from Dollar General? You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to be that kid. And I can understand. Like, it becomes a bad scenario for other people, and that's. But yeah, overall, it's hard to be a kid, because if your parents can't afford it, other kids will make fun of you, unfortunately. And that's that bullying thing that we all try to take a stance at when we get older and realize that we were either bullied or the bully.
Mm-hmm.
Being fat when I was in school, I couldn't wear normal clothes. Like it was always like and we didn't have like a lot of money, so I wore like I forget what kind of shoes I used to. Oh my god! Now I'm trying to think. They were Bobos.
Don't think too hard.
They were Bobos, man. They were like legit Bobos, and people made fun of me. So be it. It is what it is now. But back then it kind of hurt, because I was a kid. You don't want to be made fun of.
See, I didn't really have that problem in school growing up because I didn't go to school in the U.S. until junior and senior year.
Mm-hmm.
So overseas,
Oh yeah.
everything was practically non-name brand.
Yeah.
So I didn't really have that problem
Well,
with clothes. And
well-
besides, I never liked logos on my clothes. So I never liked advertising.
well,
And now we need it.
Yeah,
Hint,
that's
hint.
see. This is what happens. It's called fucking karma. You know what I mean? Back then, they wanted you to do that advertising.
Well, tough shit.
Well, look what happened. Now we can't advertise worth crap. But anyway, but yeah, I mean, overall, like the last couple of weeks have been, I guess I've been in my own mind to a point. Work's been hectic. Boss went away for a week.
Again?
Yeah,
Disney again? No.
I think he was on a cruise ship.
Oh.
So, which is fine.
No.
Whatever.
I like cruises. Well, I have only been on one.
Well, there you go. That's a start, right? I haven't been on one yet either, so I mean, it's all good. But I mean, it oh my God, Monday was all right, but after that, it was a shit show from Tuesday to Thursday. It was rough. So we're doing this. I think I've spoke about it, where we're doing this new thing where it's computerized generated routes.
Right. We spoke
Yeah.
about that in the podcast we can't
Yes. So when you do it, the manager, the owner, the manager is the one that does it in the morning.
Uh-huh.
Well, he wasn't there because he's on vacation, so he taught our lead to do it, which is because he comes in at like 7 in the morning over Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
So I was on the phone technically 6:45 every morning, trying to get it corrected. He messed it up Tuesday. I'll take the blame, but overall I got to take the blame. Period. So like, if he messed up, it's my fault.
Mm-hmm.
So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday was a lot better. Friday was perfect, but like it was bad. Like it was real bad. Like I got emails about it. It was just like bad. Like, what are you all doing? Why did this happen? Why did that happen? I was like, I don't know. I mean, I guess we made the wrong key or something. Maybe we pushed the wrong thing. Sorry, won't happen again. But we look better today. You know what I mean? Like little things like that. So like, yeah, the last week's been rough. Tomorrow I gotta be up at 3:30 in the morning. Leave the metropolis of Dover. Head to metropolis of Milford, then to the inner city of Baltimore, Hanover, and then come back. That's gonna be fun times.
Oh, yeah.
Fun times. Well, traffic won't be bad, thank God.
Nah.
3:30 in the morning. The only thing I'm worried about is deer.
Yeah.
Because they like the parents around. The good thing is I go straight to Milford. There's usually no deer on the highway at this time of months. When you're going over the bridge, it just sucks. Traffic's just like it's like at the racetrack. Everyone wants to rush to get over that bridge for some reason. I just don't see anybody stop on the bridge. That's all I hope not to, because that happens a lot.
It does.
It happens a ton, and that's one thing. We're going to lead into the fact that you never feel alone. If there's something on your mind or you want to talk to somebody, just let us know. Because it happens to people that you don't even expect. People do things, and you're like, wow, what was going on in their mind? What were they thinking? We don't want to, anybody ever feel like the weight of the world is on their shoulders, and they have no other place to turn. There's always places to turn. I mean, there's suicide hotline. There's, you contact us by messenger, um, contact a friend. Just do it, and try to be honest about how you feel. Don't try to hide it. Just be honest about it, because if you try to hide it, it's only going to get worse. Because you're just going to keep it in, and you don't want to do that. The good thing is, though, I think that's from my understanding, it's working. That people are being more out there about things, and they're not fearing to be judged. That's a big thing for a lot of people, how they're being judged. But we'll right digress from there, stuff like that. So I read somewheres, aren't they getting a Dairy Queen in Denton?
Yes, there is. There is one being built at the moment. There's a few buildings in that Denton Plaza that have no names on it that are still in the process of being built.
Mm-hmm.
And I did hear Dairy Queen is going to be one of them. And what you see, the building, the shape of the building, that's what it looks like.
Oh wow. Okay, so didn't I read? What was it? Someone was talking about something else going on over there. What was it? I saw it on Facebook, of course. Bookface. Sorry, Bookface. But the putting. Well, is there Aldi's there over there yet?
Yeah, that opened up a couple months ago.
Oh, you been in there yet?
Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
It's
I don't
literally
know.
less than a mile from your house.
Yeah, but Walmart's closer.
Not by much. Not by much.
It's a half a mile closer.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you gotta go back around the loop,
Mm-hmm.
don't
You
you?
got to go through Walmart to get to all these.
Wow. Yeah, they do need a franchise restaurant over there. Some kind of franchise like Applebee's or something over there.
Yeah, because every restaurant that pops up just gets a new name the next year.
Yeah, because I want to say the building there, they cost so much money to rent a month. And that brings us into our little adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Like the cost of commercial buildings to rent a year is outrageous. Like literally, you have to give an arm, a leg, and 3 body parts just to be able to get it. And like you want to, people. I know I've seen it a little bit here and there, and people talk about it. There's stuff not to do around here. Well, if you're charging 16 arms, legs, and 3 mortgages, it's kind of hard to, put something there because you got to have a lot of money to do it. And it's not like everybody wants to be a business owner. And if they have money and they are a business owner, they're already happy where they're at. So why are they going to go into a venture that could, shoot them in the foot and they lose money? It's sad because like you see all this time, we'll get you a business loan, or you have this, you have collateral. A lot of places won't touch you. They won't. Now, I'm not saying from experience, but I know some people that have tried, and they pretty much, well, you need this, you need this, you need, your first child's blood type and your 13th child's hairline, and you're like, why? Like, why do you got to go through so many, stages just to get something in life? Like, why can't life be a little bit easier? Listen, not everyone's built to be a business owner. Everyone's built not everyone's built to be a doctor or a lawyer or something like that. But at the same time, I think everyone should be afforded the chance to be able to do something in life without having to sacrifice their whole life for it. Because literally that's what you do, unless you kind of personally start a small business about the size of like a car and start, selling like, I guess, little trinkets and toys and stuff, and hopefully it gets big, I mean, granted, not everyone's cup of tea is going to be that, but I mean, I just, it's bad. It's really bad to be able to be a small business owner in this time of stage, especially where we're going to be. We're going to be small time business owners where we're looking at, and it's going to be rough, because if you think about it, COVID. I really would like to know how many small businesses closed and never opened back up because of COVID. That would be interesting to see, because there was probably a ton of them, you know, and that's people's like money for their mortgage and money for cars or maybe they some of the money went to like a nonprofit or a lot of money squandered. Um,
Oh, look at you using a big word.
what squandered?
Squandered.
Oh man. So I looked in the dictionary. I want to use one word per episode.
Word
That's
of the
my
day, toilet paper. Is that what you do?
yes.
Oh, I'm gonna use
Were
that word
they
today.
toilet paper? I'm gonna go take a neon crap on the mountain. That's what I'm doing today. So like for once in my life, I made a big word, but we'll go with that. But like it's really rough, man. Like I noticed like I don't know if you're noticing, but they're putting houses down to the beach area, down in like the Ocean View, Millville, Bethany Beach area.
Hmm.
200 was it 2,100 square foot. Okay, 3 bedrooms.
Hmm.
Lots maybe 0.14 acres, which is 0.14 is like a tenth of an acre. $739,000 to start.
Jesus. And it's all because it's close to the beach.
All because it's close to the beach. And the worst part is they're selling them like hotcakes. Like they're people buying left to right. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, listen, I got a beautiful house. 2,800, it's 20,000, 2,880 square foot house. $300,000. Done. Okay? These people, and literally, like, they might have a pool that's a community pool. So not only, this is the worst part to think about it. You're going to jump in a community pool that everyone pees in all the time. I guarantee all these kids in there that's going to sit there and pee in the damn pool or be in their diaper and let a crap in there. Like, you're going to be swimming in it. Like, for real? Like, I, it's not worth $739,000. It's not. Like, why in the world? Listen, I've been to the beach more times than a little bit. When I was 17, 18, 19 years old, I hung out at the beach. I stayed at the beach a lot of times. Listen, it's fun. It's fun. Not when you're 45. Not when you're 50. What are you doing? You're going to walk out on the beach and be like, let me go watch the sunset. Oh, look, there's a tidal wave coming at me. I might be able to go back to my car and beat it, but I'm not. Oh, the tsunami's going to hit me. That's just great. Like, come on now. What are you thinking? $739,000, is it really worth to go to the beach? Like, I'm posing the question to you.
Oh,
Is $739,000?
No, I wouldn't buy a house at a beach.
Why not?
First of all, I couldn't imagine paying for a house that much for that little bit of space.
I agree. I concur.
I don't care about the beach either. So
Yeah, well, we'll even take the beach out of it. The
still
fact
no.
is, $739,000 for a 2,100 square foot house is ridiculous.
Mhm.
100% unreal. Like, what are you thinking? What are you doing? Like, do you got that much money? Like, I mean, like, do you have that much? You could do a lot of things with that money,
Yeah.
but you want to sit there and buy a house like that. You know what I mean? You want to sit there and buy this nice house near a busy highway. Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe the seafood is what you're going for. Like, I hate to tell you this, an hour drive is not that bad to get seafood. To be honest with you, it's not. Going from here to, I can make it to the city in an hour, probably. So, I mean, it's not that bad. So, like, I don't understand it. I don't get it. I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. So, I mean, I just, yeah, but, it is what it is. You know what I mean? At
Yeah.
the end of the day. So, but,
You know what? I like how every time we have to pause, we always forget what we were talking about. So we always come back with, yeah, but it is what it is.
I think it's one of the best things I ever did in my life.
Yeah.
I think that way, I don't get confused or cuss somebody out for something I didn't say that I don't remember. Because there's a lot of things that we say sometimes. Sometimes we remember it, sometimes we don't. I don't know how many times I looked at you. What did I just say? Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. That's what I was saying. Because I think one time we were on pause for like 5 minutes trying to figure out what I was saying last.
Yeah.
So like, it's nothing huge, But I mean, that's the thing, man. Like the beach is growing. and like I don't understand why it's so expensive. Like I get it, it's because of the beach, but I'm not. No, I'm not paying anything. Listen, I paid $300,000 for this house. It's 2,800 square foot, a little bit more. There is no way I'm going. I don't know, down to the beach and spend.
You
I'm
s-
not using maybe time more. If I had to spend $400,000 for the same size house and same size yard, that's a no. The only way I would be able to do that is if my roof could shed its roof shingles and put its own roof on. If the windows were self cleaning, if I had a maid that was there the whole time that I didn't have to pay for because it was paid for with the house payment. If I had a butler to sit there and cook my food, so I gotta have maid and butler. It can't be
yeah,
discrimination.
you got to
know
be
what I mean?
bougie.
Yeah, exactly. If my garage door had a robot that came out and washed my car every time I pulled up, these are things that I would want if I'm spending that much money. Like maybe, am I being, um, I guess, selfish wanting that? I don't think so because I feel like for $739,000, it better be something special. You know what I mean?
For some reason, I thought you were saying 975,000.
No, 739,000.
Ooh,
But
still
still,
bad, yeah.
but still, if it was 935,000, literally the light bulbs better change yourselves. Like for real. Like I'm not touching nothing. Listen, I should be able to go, and this vacuum comes up and said, "What do you want, sir?" Clean this whole house, and it cleans by itself the whole house. No questions asked. It's done. Maybe I'm being that guy, but I'm going to be that guy because I feel like I'm spending that much money. I should have that luxury. That's a lot of money. Like
Yeah.
that money could, I mean, that could, probably like cure 10%, world hunger almost. You know what I mean? Like that's a lot of money if you look at it and stuff like that. So like,
Okay, so we are back, and unfortunately, we have a lot of foot traffic here, so we had to pause again. But as Ron says, it is what it is, and
that's why we're going to wrap it up like a condom and blow up in it. So
what the fuck?
it just is what it is, man. Like for real, like it's just so much foot traffic going on. I guess it's the time of the day. Usually we do a little bit earlier or a little bit later. Today it's just not been the right day. So
We'll blame it on the rain.
yeah. So today, we're just coming back into the groove. You know, hope you listen to us. We appreciate you all. Find us on Instagram, Real Talk Eastern Shore. Find us on Apple Podcasts. Find us on Twitter, Tweeter, Spotify, Bookface, just all kinds of places we're at. I know we're not, jumping up the billboards to number one right yet, but all in time. Everything's a struggle and everything's a fight,
Or number 1 million, but we might reach there.
or at least number one in the town, at least. You know what I mean? So, all total, it is. Man, I got indigestion bad, boy. Man, that chalk shake take me down. So speak about taking it down. So is there anything else you'd like to talk about today?
No. Like I said, it's been a good couple of weeks, so I have nothing to complain about.
I always got something to complain about.
Well, I know. That's why we got you on the podcast.
That reminds me.
That bird wants
Yeah,
at
he's
you.
he's a little mad at me. You know what I mean, bro? So I did notice there's like little buds on some of these trees. So the leaves are coming out shortly because you can look over there. You see the buds on the trees over here.
Oh shit! You took the tree down.
Yeah, man, that's been going for like 2 months. Yeah, it's been going for 2 months.
Oh well.
I had to, man. It would have rocked someone's damn yard.
I remember you talking about it, but you know what? The last time we did the podcast that we're not airing, we were inside, so I didn't see it.
Correct.
It's been
correct.
3 weeks.
It's been 3 weeks. You didn't pay attention to it.
Yeah.
Well, you don't realize unless you've been here. But I mean, the good thing is I still have like we want to get a privacy not fence, but like a couple trees for privacy. We don't really need over here on the right hand side because all those trees fill in, and there's so much just hanging out anyway. I mean, it's kind of like how I hang out, I guess. My stomach when I got my extra small shirt on, my medium.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, overall, it is, we had some good times, last couple of weeks. Been unfulfilling for my work, but other than that, it's been all right. So, but we're gonna wrap this up. Like I'm always saying, it is what it is, and I guess the best terminology today is, enjoy your day the best you possibly can, because there's always going to be someone looking at you with this hatred look, this hatred smile, and always sit there and run their mouth about you. But if they are, that's because they love you.
Yeah.
So
So,
I love living rent free in someone's mind. I love living there, cozied up on a couch, sitting there with someone going, I hate this guy. I despise this guy. He's made my life a living hell. And you know the worst part is? It's not me that did it. They did it. So, I
how
enjoy.
many people have you pissed off? That list is too long. To
I
list.
made a lot of people mad in life. That's the facts. But I'm not saying that. Listen, no one's perfect. I've made some mistakes, no doubt. But the ones that I live rent free in their mind right now, because they're jealous, because they wanted to see me fail. They wanted me to sit there and be that guy that just fails and continuously fails, and they get to laugh at. But they're not laughing now, because they're the ones sitting there going, well, why can't I be like him? You know why? Because you didn't put the work ethic. You didn't put forth an effort. You just want everything handed to you. And I'm not getting nothing handed to me. I got lucky one time, someone helped me, and that was it. Little help, and there I'm at. So, at the end of the day, I'll live rent free. I'll have that pillow. Put my feet up on their damn brain. I don't give a damn. Because you know what? I wish only the best for them. But if I live rent free in your mind, you're not going to have the best. Because your attention is not where it should be. So maybe they kick me out of their mind. I won't live rent free. I have to pay next time, I guess.
Yeah, you will.
So there you go. So like I said, it is what it is. If you do have haters, congratulations, because you know damn well you're living life right. So from me, Ron,
Me, John.
you have a wonderful weekend.
And have a good night.